He had the credentials, right?
Right.
Scholar of the Old Testament, intertestamental studies, appointed to the international team.
Solid credentials. But his personality, Wilson describes him as irreverent, petulant sometimes, a real contrast to the typical reserved biblical scholar or traditional English academic.
He had a background in ministry, but lost his faith.
Yes, Methodist ministry, which put him in a unique spot on that largely ecumenical committee of scholars, many of whom were clergy.
And his main source of controversy was
His tendency to run to the press and radio with sensational announcements about discoveries before they were properly studied and published by the team caused a lot of confusion and friction with colleagues.
DeVos didn't even cite Allegro's book on the Copper Scrolls, right?
Right. Wilson notes that DeVos explained why elsewhere, hinting at deep disagreements.
And Allegro went hunting for treasure, based on the Copper Scrolls.
He did. He got funding from Manchester for an expedition to Jordan, trying to find the locations mentioned in those two strange copper sheets that list vast amounts of buried gold and silver.
But things went wrong. Accusations of unauthorized digging.
Big time. DeVos accused him publicly of digging without permission at Qumran itself around old Jewish tombs in the Kidron Valley.
And near the Mosque of Omar. That's incredibly sensitive ground.
Hugely sensitive. The site of the ancient Jewish temple, sacred in Islam too. Allegro claimed he had permission from the mosque's guardian, but he was apparently stopped from digging on the esplanade. The army even had to intervene to stop his explorations elsewhere.
So what did the other scholars think of this Copper Scroll treasure? Real or fantasy?
Most of the team, particularly Joseph Millick, who is assigned to decipher the Copper Scrolls, leaned towards fantasy. Millick called it an attempt to document an Oriental fantasy, comparing it to works like the Book of Buried Pearls.
They argued the place names were too obscure, couldn't be identified.
Right, and that the sheer amount of treasure listed was just impossibly huge.
But Allegro believed it was real.
He argued passionately for its authenticity, pointed to the detailed, organized nature of the list, not like a random fantasy. And he cited the discovery of actual silver coins found hidden at the Qumran monastery ruins.
DeVos's accusation of Allegro eviscerating his soil and his walls